Hi guys, this is a little weird shop here. I'm going to do a follow-up here to the Izzy Swan Sawmill fixture build here with the little Prosy circular saw. After some quite a bit of use here over the last month, got some more fixes for it. Originally when I first used it, the first fixes were to come up with some better hold-down devices. That's always evolving, and every piece is different, but that's very critical to keep the piece solid to this, because the more the vibration or wobbling, the worse the cut is. But let me go show you what I cut up here in the last week, and then we'll come back and I'll just tell you the things I'm going to do here.
And in case you haven't seen it, here's what we're doing the cutting with. Got it hanging up here on the wall right now. That's the Prosy beam cutter attachment on a Porter Cable 15 amp circular saw. It's been doing pretty good so far. So I am going to, well, we'll go into that in a minute. That's an upgrade. Well, I'll tell you now, one of the upgrades I'm going to give a try to is I have that equals out to about, I can do about an 11-inch cut. That's considered about a 12-inch blade. I have a 14-inch Palan old chainsaw that I don't use anymore. I tried that blade on that. It fits fine, which will give me 3 more inches of cut. So that'll give me just about 14-inch diameter logs I'll be able to cut in. I think it should have plenty of power. Power's never been the issue. Just blade getting dull and trying to feed it too fast and holding it down good has been the main issue. So I'm going to try that. So here's the wood drawing that I cut just in the last week. There's some ash, willow, and pine in there. Majority of it is willow. But after cutting all this, I picked up on some improvements I think I can do to the old sawmill. So, and I'm putting up another drawing area there, just like this one. Because man, this is fun. Sawing up wood, whether it be big like Macromona does or small like this, it's fun seeing what's inside. So let's go talk about some of the upgrades we're going to go through. So I have built this cover here recently, which will be a video, and got a place for my saw. It's mainly a metalworking and pallet tear down area, but I also have a place to leave the Prosy set up permanently. So that's going to be the first upgrade. I had got these sawhorses from Harbor Freight purposely for put that sawmill on. They've been all right, but a couple improvements I got to do to these. I decided they work best this way with the mill across them, and I need to cut this flush so the sawmill fits as straight over the leg here as possible, so it's not tippy at all. So that's one improvement. The other improvement is the sawmill leg, obviously in this just on the dirt gravel here. They kind of work their way in, they get wobbly, especially this one down here, because this is the end I start to cut that and it gets the most use. And you know, it starts wobbling, working a hole into the dirt. So that's one improvement. And so I'm going to put some 4x4 pressure treated wood, stick it in the ground there and pin it to the ground and get it level for the legs of those sawhorses to go on. And then I'm going to screw, probably lag bolt those sawhorses to those 4x4s too, so there's no vibration, wobble, you know. So that's a big one. Secondly, on the sawmill here, the groove in here, where this saw guide slides up and down for the adjustments for the height, as you can see there. Obviously, it's a little wider than this board here for, you know, variations from temperature and on, so it'll slide easy. But you end up with this little gap here. And I've noticed while cutting, especially the more I get toward the center down here, this thing just flexes in and out. So I think I'm going to put some, that's an 8-inch gap, I'm going to put some 8-inch plexiglass strips on this 2x4 in probably 4 places down its length. That way, that'll fill in that gap. Plexiglass will still allow it to slide easily up and down, but it'll fill in that gap so it can't go this way anyway. Then it keep it from blowing out this way too. I think I'm right under where the saw runs here, which you can see the saw really only comes down about this far. I'm going to put, I believe, a piece of 1-inch box steel and screw it to the guide here. Give it some added strength for flexing. This 2x4 is actually on here to help with the flexing, but it doesn't do that much, and probably need to add some more screws to it as well. But so that's the plan, to keep that saw guide from flexing and causing vibration. And the sawhorses, because that's the biggest effect on getting a nice smooth cut, is the how stable everything is. You know, chainsaw is not as stable as it is, so everything else you can eliminate will be good. So that's what we're going to go through. Stand by. Okay, first up on the improvements for the sawmill is cutting the ends off these sawhorses so they can come as close. Sawmill can sit as close to these legs as possible, so it just makes it a little less tippy this way. So I've got the mark there. Got my Craig big guide here. Now I'm going to feel I need the hard brakes off. Sorry, I have a one. I'm supposed to go in. The vibrations probably on these, so I need to one piston and fix those and one vibrator next. One completely missing a nut, 2 of them loose, one the nut's ready to fall off. All just from that vibration dirt. They didn't send any lock washers with it, so I'll either do lock washers or lock cut. Okay, first trench for the first 4x4 for the sawmill base. That 4x4 there is going in between those 2 big nails as markers there. So now I've got that dug out. It's all put 4x4 in there, pretty level, but I'm going to put a little thin bed of sand underneath there. Check it, it's still level. Then pack it in and drive a spike in it. Okay, there's the first pressure treated 4x4 set in the ground, leveled, packed in, and spiked with a 10-inch nail there. Probably put another one later on the end down there. So again, this is for the sawmill's base, for the sawhorses that hold that sawmill. So now we're going to put the next piece in beside it here for the other 2 legs of the sawhorse. And this one is extra long because the sawmill's going long ways this way, plus that metal table fits on it too. So
I'm gonna do dual use out of it. So the next one down, going right in here somewhere. Okay, there we go with two 4x4s leveled, embedded in the ground, a little bit leveled, packed in, spiked down with a couple 10-inch nails, one there and one there. And now I'm putting L brackets on this end where the saw goes. Got one mounted there and one going there, lagged into the 4x4 and bolted onto the leg, and it's rock solid so far. So once that's done, if I bolt that bracket on, then I got to come down here, work on the other end, this sawhorse on this end, do the same thing, just two short ones for this one though. And then down there, that one was extra long because the that metal table, work table, goes on it too. One leg is going to go up in here and one up in here, and it'll be the base for this end of that table. And I'll put another 4x4 on the far end of that metal table, and everything will be good and solid. And I like how it's looking so far.
Okay, I ended up putting 3 L brackets on that side. One there, there, and there. It is a rock. So now I just started over here. These are going to run the other direction, like this. So two 2-foot pieces for the sawhorse on this side. Same principle though. Embed them, level them to those over there. Spike them in, pack them in, and a couple L brackets on this end too. Okay, here it is. Sawmill is all, the sawhorses are all on 4x4s embedded in the ground and staked down with 10-inch nails. And we've got 3 L brackets on this end holding the sawhorse to the 4x4s, 2 brackets on this end holding it to the 4x4. Everything's level. And then I put 2 bolts in each end to hold the sawmill to the sawhorses, and this thing is rock solid now. This thing is rock solid now. This thing is rock solid now. So that's not going to rock. So now let's work on this saw guide, getting the plexiglass in here to keep this from doing this bow wobbling here, and probably some iron along there too to keep it stiff. And also, remember them sawhorses, I made sure all the bolts are tight, lock washered them, put some Loctite on them, so they're as firm as can be, and I think it's going to help cut quality a lot. So let's take that guide out and get the work done on that next. Okay, now that the sawhorses are all stable and got the bases in and
It's all bolted down and pinned to the ground, putting the plexiglass in between this frame board here and the guide rail that slides up and down in these slots, fill that 1/8 inch gap back there. So I've got these 4 pieces of 1/8 inch plexiglass. I'm going to contact cement right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll take up that gap, hopefully keep it from having any wobble like that. Then I'm still going to also put some 1-inch angle iron down this whole board, since this 2x4 doesn't really keep this board stiff enough. So that'll be the next step. So I've got that little spot sprayed with some contact cement. Got some contact cement on 4 pieces of plexiglass here. So as soon as that sets up, getting close, I'll just put them on there, clamp it for a little bit, and start on the angle on that guide there. That's the last 2 steps for the sawmill improvements. Okay, there is the 4 pieces of plexiglass, contact cemented on there. And the reason I went with plexiglass, well, I had some 1/8 inch and it's slick, so I thought, you know, for raising and lowering that guide, it's not going to bind up. It should slide pretty easy on those spaced out like that. So we shall see. We set up good a little bit. I'll drop the guide in there, test it out, and then we'll move on to marking where we want that angle iron to go and how we're going to fasten that. Okay, the plexiglass pieces have set up. Slid the guide back in, and it took up, right there is one, it took that gap up perfect. There's the second one in there, third one, fourth one, took the gap up perfect and really eliminated that play there. So I think with that angle iron now on here, might really have done the trick. And it still slides up and down okay, so far so good. Now the angle iron, which first time we've used this drill press out here in the metal area, so I bolted that top to the stand and then fixed the drill press to the top with some easily to remove big thumb screw things there, in case we have to move it to drill something tall. So now I gotta go see what I got for screws. I can go through this strong and not go all the way through the 3/4 inch wood here, and put them probably every, I don't know, 6 inches down there. So that's what's next.
well, the little plexiglass pieces did not work. Once I was making a cut, and once I get down low enough, this saw was hitting them. So I just popped them off, went ahead and stiffened it with the angle iron, as you can see there. See how that works? So I'm getting ready to make a cut. If that doesn't work, and this piece I put on here, you can see the saw case runs against it there too to support. I think this is about as good as I'm going to get it, considering it's just a saw hanging on a 45-degree wood edge. So I think this is about as good as we're going to get it here. The saw horses and everything, that has all worked out good. I made several cuts over here, and the saw stable is all get out, so that's worked out good. But I think that's the last try, other than we're going to try the 14-inch blade on this thing. Once this blade gets dull and needs changing, we're going to go with that bigger Polan bar and blade, which will give me about 3-inch more diameter cut. Okay, there was the first piece off of that
Little log. After removing the plexiglass and putting the angle iron on, still not started out smooth, so I don't know what's making it get this real ripply. Unsmooth, and something happens. I'm going to give it another shot here. And just to wrap this video up, here's what I ended up doing. Getting the sawhorses all together very strong, Loctited, getting them back into the ground, something like the ground, put some 10-inch nails in the ground, hold them solid, bracketed the sawhorses to them, bolted the sawmill to the sawmill, so very rigid base, so got no movement there. Then just learned more about mounting the wood, not afraid as I was when I first started to do this to put screws actually through the wood. So like on this one, which is held pretty good, I have a screw there, one screw down here, and that held it really good. The other improvement I made was putting this bar here, this wood piece here. What that did is allow me on the saw here to give me something to push down on, because you want to eliminate this bounce. So that allowed me to keep downward pressure against that, hold it as steady as I can. And that makes it level with the sawhorse too, holding it down against there. That was a big improvement. I put this angle iron in here to try to stiffen up this pine guide, which someday I'm going to make that out of hardwood. I'll change that out, but that, to kind of eliminate some flex this way, I think that helped a little, but not a big deal, I don't think. And just being hardwood would make the difference. Hardwood there and make this piece on the side hard. Slice. This one gets pretty chewed up, so at least they're a little harder. Other improvement I made. Let me think. Yeah, I also switched to this WD-40, which I think is pretty new. It's a gel lubricant, so I shoot that on the blade, and I think it lasts holds a lot longer. I was using just kind of normal WD. I tried silicone spray, and I think this gel one works the best. Seems to last a little longer. It's real good. And the other one is not slow, even pressure. That was another thing I'm more consistent in. And I think these blades in the sharpen, you put a little less aggressive grind on them, which is what you want for ripping. So that helps. And this blade that's on here now is actually one that they ship with these Prozzy saws common blade. Originally they just shipped with crosscut. So I think all those things combined got it to where I think it's working as the best it can for what it is. This race here to do that against, angle iron, getting the piece held down good and tight, lubricant, nice slow even speed, and the blade going with a rip sharpness, and I think that was it. And getting everything base solid. These sawhorses were wobbling around, so we'll get this thing now, and probably do a follow-up here soon, because I'm going to finish this blade off. I got to change it. I have a plan bar that's 3 inches long that fits on the saw fine. These are the standard bars, and I had a chain made properly fitted, so we'll be giving that a try. We'll get an update video on that. But for now, Izzy Swan, Sawmill plans, modified somewhat by a little overchop, Prozzy beam cutter.